Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81.
Hello, you guys. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys had a good day today. Today there was a lot of good buying opportunities when it came to the market. I took a couple positions myself, so I was able to capitalize, take some money home today. I hope you guys did as well. But today, you guys, I wanted to talk about two things. Some basic little tips I want to give to you guys out there that have been noticing a lot of people are making that mistake. And I wanted to talk about the recap on the stock BICO. If I'm right, let me make sure. Let me make sure real quick. Yes, BICO, exactly. So that's the stock that I want to talk about today too as well, you guys. But before we get into that, like I said, I want to talk about some tips. And one of the tips I want to talk about, you guys, is always to have a plan. One of the things that I tell my students, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Again, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Always have a plan on where you're thinking about getting in, at what price you're thinking about selling, and calculating to make sure how much percentage gain are you aiming for. So when you hit that percentage gain, you make sure you get out of the stock and lock in your profit. So that's very important to be able to understand how to read the chart and be able to know exactly what's going on with the chart as well, so you can plan your trade and your strategy according to what you're looking at that moment at the chart. Okay, so it's always good, you guys, to make sure you have a plan. Again, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Another thing that I see a lot too is people having the struggle or not having the mental discipline to cut losses. Sometimes people tell me, well, look, I have a mental stop loss. And I'm okay, I get that, but your mind's not going to be able to stop it. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes if you have the mental stop loss to stop it at 5%, and you're getting there, you're trying to execute, trying to get out 5%, but you know what? It starts to go from 5 to 6 to 7, and you end up getting out around 7% or so. You see that? More than what you expected, because again, you didn't have a stop loss. Okay, but again, you have to know when to get in at the perfect time, because you don't want to put a stop loss 3%. Then before you know you're down 3%, you get hit. Then the stock continues to go up after that. So you have to understand exactly where you're getting in at and exactly where you want to cut your losses at. What I tell my students is make sure you have a stop loss that you're comfortable with cutting losses, and when it hits that percentage or that price, you make sure you get the fuck out and keep moving on to another trade. And that's being honest. You gotta have that mental discipline. Okay? So about cutting losses, make sure you find a spot or a price that you're comfortable cutting losses. And when it hits that price, make sure you get out. I see a lot of traders that they get married to a stock, or they end up holding the bag. Before you know it, you're down 10%, 15% or more. It becomes a worst fucking nightmare. Alright, traders. Let me talk about the next one. The next one is about taking quality trades. Very important, man. Very important. I see traders a lot that they take a trade and they take, for example, 1.22%, which is okay. I mean, I think it's fine if you have a big account, and I mean account that you're trading maybe $5,000, 10 grand, 15 grand, and I have some students that are trading that large, okay, and it's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but I have some students that are trading 1,500, 2 grand, and they're taking about 2%, 3%. That's about what, 20, 30 bucks or so. It's not a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? And the reason is because the quality trade, or the type of quality stock that they're getting in at, and they see the opportunity for example, let's say, for example, let me give you an example. You're at $1 and the resistance is at $1.05. You get in at $1.02, resistance at $1.05. You sell resistance, and it starts coming down. So you knew exactly where to sell before it came down. But you see, you wasted a trade. Not only that, trades are very important. You have to learn how to use trades. That's why we only have 3 day trades, you guys, and 5 business days, so you can understand how to use a trade and use the quality trade to do your best to at least take 7, 8, 10%. I do my best to lock in 10%. When I see the stock and I calculate it and I do my math and I plan my strategy for the stock, if I notice that it's giving me less than 7%, 8%, I probably won't fuck with it. To be honest with you, it's not worth it for me. But if I could see that it has potential to give me at least 10% and above, I will risk it, take the opportunity, strategize, and place my trade and get out exactly how I planned it. Take 10%, 15%, or beyond. You guys have seen my numbers; they're ridiculous. But anyways, again, you guys learn how to take quality trades. Okay, you guys. All right. I hope you guys understand something and learn something from this quick little video that I wanted to make. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys follow me on the Discord app as well. It's very important because right now I'm about to talk about the stock BICO and how it went supernova. And one of the students of mine, his name is Marcus, he been watching the stock since the morning, and he was able to capitalize on the stock at the perfect time, at the perfect opportunity as well. He brought it up, and I noticed that right when he brought it up, I think it was like about 30 minutes or so before the market closed. And I'm like, wow, it seems like it's about to get ready to sell. And I noticed, yeah, it was selling, then it was a drop. And I was able to capitalize on that drop and rode it. And I made about almost 14%, a little bit over 14% profit in about 10 minutes. Real quick. Thanks, Marcus. I owe you one. By the way, too, Marcus took almost about $900 real fast as well, about 10-15 minutes. Good job, buddy. Keep it up, bro. All right, you guys. So here's the video about the recap of BIOC. Okay, so as you can see right here, at first around 7:30, as you can see right here, the MAC signal was over the blue signal, over the diversion. And as you notice, that MAC signal started to open up. And as she started to open up, she started making a gap above the blue signal, above the diversion, and that started to make the chart rise up, started the trend to continue to go up. Then as you notice, it went sideways for a little bit, it got halted right there for a couple of minutes. Okay, then as you notice, it bounced off the blue signal and continued to go up. Then when it continued to go up right there, you notice you went sideways. At that point, that's the time for you to sell. And the reason it's time for you to sell, because that's definitely a good amount of growth. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to capitalize and lock in that profit. Besides that, you came from the bottom, working your way up. Good amount of percentage gain, so that's a good time for you to lock in that profit, because you don't want to risk it, especially when it starts to go sideways for several minutes, because after going sideways it might come down below the blue signal, which it did. Then she dropped below the diversion as well. Okay, so that's buying opportunity 1. Buying opportunity 2. Okay, remember, Marcus has been watching this since the morning. He capitalized in the morning. I'm not sure if he did or not, but I know he did in the afternoon. I noticed, as you guys noticed, I posted that up for you guys. You guys can see that. But right here is when he brought it up to me, and this I was able to capitalize right here when it's around $7 the increments. That's where I was able to capitalize on it. Just that little growth from $7 to like eight, what was it, 8.15, something like that. 8.05. I will post it up in a little bit. And that was a quick little 14+% growth. Again, thanks, Marcus, for that. I was busy, you know, I made some profit earlier in the morning. So after I make some profit, basically I just try to move on with myself. And if I see other opportunities, there's a highly chance that I will not take it, because that's how I am. I take my 10% or above every day, and I stay consistent with it. And it's been, you know, over a year and a half since I've been doing that. So, you know, compounding interest adds up all the time, baby. So as you can see, so I was able to capitalize just on that increment between $7 and $8 right there on that increment. And the reason is because, you know, he brought it up to me, I was mentioning earlier, and I told him, look, it seems like it's getting sell. A lot of people are selling it, you know, shaking hands, don't make no money. He was laughing. But yeah, so right there you see that red lines can start to drop right here, and we picked up the drop. Well, I picked up the drop, and I was able to get right here on the low 70s and the low 7s and sell it at the high 8s, and it was good. It was good money. So again, as you guys can see in the MAC signal right here above the blue signal, above the diversion, and she works her way up, trending above the MAC signal all the way up above level 5 on the MAC signal. You guys, you see that? And again, like I told you guys, after hours it continued to go to like 869, 865, I'm correct. But man, it was good. So that's a good little recap that I wanted to go over BIOC. So you guys need to understand the chart and be able to see how it moves, you guys, so you guys can make some profit out of it. All right, bye bye.